For centuries, man has stood on this tiny blue planet, living at the bottom of an ocean of air. And standing and living, he looked at the heavens and the sun, and asked questions, and wondered, and dreamed. Galileo once asked, "When will I stop wondering and start to know?" We started to really know in the middle of the 20th century.
Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
We copy you down, Eagle. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, we copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Apollo took man to the moon. A British astronomer had predicted that when he got there, he would find a sublime desolation. And in the reality of the event itself, only the adjective changed.
Beautiful view. Isn't that something? Magnificent desolation.
The month was July, the year 1969. The audience was the world. All eyes were on these men. And even though 240,000 miles away from Earth, they were not alone. They were supported back here, supported by thousands of people. Some worked only on and for the moon trip, others for other projects. Communications. Satellites helped to prove out the capabilities and provided some of the answers, answers which came into the living rooms of the nation as we witnessed great events. Tomorrow, the answers will go into the classrooms of the world, teaching people to read and write and to better understand themselves and others. Navigation, photography, satellites did all this and more. They provided the data for more accurate weather forecasting. With improvements, refinements, they may bring us the word on next week's weather around the world. Wherever man has traveled, he drew upon this broad base of knowledge. But he also took something of man's spirit with him, a sense of awe and wonder and delight. After the long journey, the grueling hours, the hard work, the trip home. He left the barren, lifeless landscape of the moon and set his course for that tiny planet, shining blue in the void of space and green in its lush support of the living. On his way back home, he came to see the Earth as it was and to catch a glimmer of what it might be. Echoes of the hometown band linger still. What has gone before provides the base for new attempts to reach farther. And in so doing, we reach closer and look. We look at the Earth through new eyes to examine its problems, to inventory its abundance, to discover ways of providing more. Discovering, uncovering, protecting the fragile balance of all things living. Tomorrow, we extend other senses into orbit as man works there for long periods, taking his laboratory with him. In Skylab, he will test, try, experiment, and use his new workshop for the creation of new materials, new processes. The Space Shuttle. It launches like a rocket, flies like a spacecraft, and lands like a plane, ready to go again. The exotic becomes the routine. And tomorrow we will join with other nations, combining our talents and techniques for the good of people everywhere. In this quest, this brief second in the history of man, we have traveled far and have profited from the search. In seeking new benefits for the people of the Earth, we must look farther, to the sun, and ask questions of it. When can we stop wondering and start to know? Perhaps there is no difference. Wondering is the first step toward knowing. And having known, we wonder anew.